Ladies and gentlemen, I must inform you, Disney's Snow White takes woke to a whole new level. I was actually surprised considering they canceled the red carpet. The movie had to be completely redone because at first they had the 7 companions instead of the 7 dwarves. A clip for the movie has come out, and it's basically Rachel Zegler girl bossing. And I'm like, they can't possibly make it worse, can they? They have put an entire synopsis trigger warning on the film. I'm actually impressed they went this far. But I got to say as well, I'm aware that when I do segments on Disney movies and Snow White stuff, woke is so broke, most people don't actually care. But we're here and we're going to talk about it because this is Snow White, something that matters to us, something from our children that they are beating and bludgeoning to destroy. Now, we have this from skynews.com.au. Diabolical woke messaging in Snow White is slammed. News Corp columnist Louise Roberts has slammed woke messaging in movies as diabolical and encourages films to focus on good storytelling. Disney's Snow White has been slammed by critics for its woke reimagining. This follows a series of scandals and PR nightmares around the movie. Indeed, my friends. Take a look at this. Disney's woke Snow White is slapped with trigger warnings about a, quote, woman deliberately poisoned and, quote, girl surrounded by ominous trees. They have taken it to a whole new level. So, I wonder if this is like what we would call a death rattle. Are you familiar with the death rattle? Yeah, when someone dies, they go, like make a really awful gurgling noise. And, you know, now this is what woke has succumbed to. So, of course, the critics are coming out. There's a clip from the movie. They're saying it's actually not that bad.
This was my father's kingdom.
Oh, it was.
A place of fairness. But the queen changed everything.
Take him away!
Your Majesty.
What did you say?
The people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
I can't do it.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty. But a lovely maiden I now behold.
I look at you, and I just want to be the fairest of them all.
The queen is evil. You must flee into the woods.
I will not be seeing this movie. But here we go. So that was a little bit of the trailer. Disney's woke Snow White is slapped with trigger warnings. Take a look at this. It's the 200 million pound movie that has been plagued by controversy from replacing dwarf actors with CGI. And its lead star penning... Oh, no. Are you kidding me? And its lead star penning the original Disney cartoon for its sexist romance plot. Guys, I didn't even know the controversy doubled up. Okay, so first, Peter Dinklage is like, you're making a movie with dwarves? How backwards are we? And so they're like, guys, we can't have dwarf actors. Get rid of it. Let's do the 7 politically correct companions, for which everybody's already seen the hilarious picture. Then everybody started making fun of them, saying, you are ruining this. Disney realized, guys, we're making money off nostalgia here. We can't have the 7 politically correct companions. It's got to be dwarves. So then they said, you know what? Fine. CGI. I didn't realize that what had happened was by getting rid of the little people that were acting in the movie, they caused a secondary controversy, but I am so here for it. I love that Disney is reeling from this because maybe, just maybe, if y'all didn't act like a bunch of psychopaths and just made good content, you could ignore the woke who don't have money anyway. They say now Snow White has struck again as trigger warnings, such as a woman is deliberately poisoned, a girl is surrounded by ominous trees, have been issued for audiences. The British Board of Film Classification has slapped a hefty list of disclaimers on the live-action Disney remake. The $270 remake of the 1937 classic will debut this week and has been beset by multiple controversies, including reimagining the 7 dwarves as a diverse group of magical creatures of all heights, gender, and races. Woo! Less than a week before the film was released, Mail Online can reveal the bizarre trigger warnings issued by the BBFC. Viewers are told, quote, a couple gently kiss and are teased about being in love. A character threatens to shove something up another's backside during a comic exchange, and skeletal remains lie on the floor of a dungeon. Thanks for letting me know. A warning that characters drink alcohol briefly at a party has also been issued, and when it comes to violence, it is established, quote, a man is shot in the chest with an arrow. There are also brief sword fights, and a woman is deliberately poisoned. Look at this. There you go. What's funny is I doubt Rachel Zegler actually did any kind of reshooting for this scene. They just superimposed her along with the 7 dwarf characters, which is offensive, I guess. This movie is going to flop so miserably. It's crazy. They canceled the red carpet. This is the new movie musical Wicked, adapted from the popular stage show, blah, 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 was hit with a similar level of trigger warnings. Yeah, but I got to be honest, Wicked was wicked boring. I don't care. Anybody who was like, Wicked was actually, no, it wasn't. It was so boring, I turned it off. It made no sense and it was stupid. A green-skinned woman is mocked, bullied, and humiliated because of her skin color. Well, to be fair, my friends, I can't put this one on Disney. This is the fault of the British. My, how the mighty have fallen. You know, at one point, the British had I think the French had the biggest global empire, but the British were up there. The British, actually, I'm pretty sure it was the French, only because briefly Napoleon had conquered parts of Europe. But I think the British Empire was externally the largest. Isn't that kind of amazing if you think about it? Like, the UK's not that big, and they sent all these ships around, and they took over so much. And now what are they doing? Now they're putting trigger warnings on their content. Their country is falling apart. How miserable. They go on to say, they have some, interesting, they have some commentary. Simon Evans mocked the decision. Trigger warnings are ridiculous and counterproductive at the best of times, dampening excitement, destroying creative dramatic tension, and creating a muffled atmosphere appropriate to an HR seminar more appropriate to an HR seminar than a movie. But with this one, they've really, warning, comment contains dangerous aquatic threat, jumped the shark. Meanwhile, Zegler, who stars as Snow White, previously revealed she refused to sing the beloved song Someday My Prince Will Come from the 1937 classic, stating it was weird that the movie focused on Snow White's love story with a guy who literally stalks her. We didn't do that this time. I was scared of the original version. I think I watched it once and never picked it up again. Zegler told Variety in 2022. Zegler said the character is not going to be saved by the prince. She's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, when she spoke at the Disney Expo last year. What were these people thinking in choosing this lunatic to headline this movie? Well, I don't know, but that's why they canceled the red carpet. Congratulations, you played yourself. Man, if I was Gal Gadot, I'd be so pissed. You know, because Gal Gadot, she's great, she's famous, and she's like, I'm going to play the evil queen in this big blockbuster remake. Snow White's the movie that made Disney. It was their big, smashing grand slam. She's dreaming of becoming the leader that her late father told her she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. She later gushed to Variety as her co-star Gal Gadot smiled beside her. Zegler has also criticized David Hand's 1937 original animated film as extremely dated when it comes to ideas of women being in roles of power, and admitted she has only seen it once. The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. Jeez. I mean, just to have this chick just spitting on the legacy of Disney. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do it this time. We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because we cast a guy in the movie. The guy is Andrew Burnap, plays a man named Jonathan. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. Oh my God. Yo, she has burned this movie to the ground. Sources have claimed the pair have nothing in common, citing their age gap. Blah, blah, blah. This is going to be so miserable. Who in their right mind would want to watch this? I feel bad for the people who are like, I love Snow White, and they go to see it, and then they're just like, what was that? According to People magazine, Gal is a mother of 4, while Rachel is in a completely different stage of her life. On top of that, their political views differ. Adding to the tension, Israeli-born Miss Gadot, who served in the IDF, has publicly supported the release of Israeli hostages, while Ms. Zegler has used her platform to voice support for Palestine amid the conflict in Gaza. This divide has reportedly further fueled. Stop hiring these people. Just shun them. Shun them. I don't care about the whole Israel debate thing. I'm saying, why would you hire this woman who hates you, who hates everything you are? What is wrong with you? You can find a young woman who can play Snow White and wouldn't take a dump on your legacy. These people have a humiliation fetish. Anyway, they go on to say that she's basically ragged on the film. But by all means, look, I think the film will probably make some money. But I got to say, my bet, they're going to lose a lot of money. It is going to burn them up. Well, look, man, you reap what you have sown. Congratulations to Snow White and your woke garbage trigger warnings. I hope you do your thing. As I often say, I don't care if you want to make movies that are garbage woke movies. I ain't going to go watch them. But if people do and you make $1 billion, well, hey, man, congratulations. I'm glad you did. Me? Nah. I'm not gonna go see these movies. If they did Snow White OG, I'd have seen it. If they made The Little Mermaid OG, I'd have go seen it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When they cast Halle Bailey, a young black woman, as Ariel, but dyed her hair red, I was mortified by the racism. What's wrong with having black hair and being a black woman mermaid? They didn't want to just make the movie. And if they wanted to commit to casting a non-white actress to play Ariel, they didn't need to dye her hair red. And then all the liberals are like, but Ariel has red hair. Yeah, because there's some white people with red hair. But if you're making a young black woman, if you're choosing her to play it, just go with it and be the Little Mermaid. And they didn't, and it flopped. I think they broke even on it, but probably lost in the marketing budget. So whatever. Bro, if you made Snow White, any Disney movie, make Dumbo, I'd go see it. Okay? But you know what? I went and saw Aladdin. That was fun. Not nearly as good as the original, but hey, it is what it is. Good luck, man. You do you. I'll leave it there. Stay tuned. We got more segments coming up, and we'll see you all shortly.